Is it difficult for you to receive help when someone's trying to help you with something? This came up on my last live in my Facebook group when I do live card readings. And this was the theme that showed up on someone, and then it expanded into everyone. And then I was guided to make this message. If it's difficult for you to receive help from others or to ask for help because you don't want to be a burden or because you have been taught or conditioned throughout your life not to ask for help, that you can do it, like a strong person, male, female, whatever you are, can do things on their own, right? Or maybe it's pride or ego, and you feel like no one else can do it as good as I, right? And if I ask for help or if I allow someone to help me, I'm going to have to watch and see if they're doing it correctly. And then I'm going to have to nitpick at like all the things that they did wrong, which is actually all the things that they did different than the way you would have done. And then you might feel like, oh, well, now I have to go and redo it. So what's the point on getting help? If this is resonating with you, this is one of the biggest lies that we have been conditioned to believe, accept, and continue doing in order to keep us busy, keep ourselves busy, and then not have the time to actually connect with our inner selves, which is our heart. All of the parts of thinking how things need to be done, how to I need to do this list. I have this full list of things in order to accomplish, or I need to do XYZ in order to achieve that, right? Like going to school, right? You have to go to school, you have to get good grades, you have to apply for things, you have to do the internship, you have to pay your dues when you start working. All of these things you need to do in order to get to the next level, all stuff. And we have been seeing this to be true because you see so many young people going without the college degree, without the university, creating their own content, creating their own businesses, and creating wealth for themselves without following that script. But if you're still believing that that script is all there is part of the programming to keep you busy, to keep you thinking of like, okay, I need to do these things in order to, then you believe that that's the only way. Then you get there and then you realize it's actually not as good as I expected. And then the whole part about asking for help, like, oh, if I don't do it, then it's not going to be done as well, or I'm the only one who can do this as good as me, obviously. Or I don't want to be a burden, or they're going to think that I can't do it, right? Like, and this starts at school too, right? Kids not wanting, I mean, I was a teacher for 15 years. Kids not wanting to ask the question because they're going to seem dumb when we all know that if one person has the question, they all have the question, or most of them do. Um, this is part of the conditioning that, I don't know where it comes from, but this is what we have been feeling like, hey, if I ask the question, if I ask for help, then I'm not as smart as the one who's not asking for help. And I don't want to ask for help because I want to not seem less smart than my peers. And they may know even less than you, but you're feeling like that's going to be the perception. And then as an adult, if you're feeling like I don't want to ask for help, but I can do this, I'm a strong person, I've always done it, blah, 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 then it feels like, yeah, I'm doing it. But then we begin to feel resentment because we're not receiving the help. And what we don't realize is that we are actually pushing away the help or the people who are willing to help by requiring them to complete the task or do the thing the same exact way that we would do it, which will never happen because we're all different people and we all have different points of view and we all have different ways of seeing things. So it's not that people don't want to help, it's that we are creating the situation for people not to want to ask for help or give us help because we make it so difficult for them to be able to feel accomplished or like they actually helped you when they didn't meet your standards. It's a whole loop. The less help we have, the more busy we become. The busier we become, the more we feel like we're holding on to the whole world's problems because it's a lot. And the more that we attempt to let some people help us, the more we nitpick and we're not satisfied with the way it is. And then that is your energy. Your energy is felt to the other person, and then they feel less than, or like they let you down. They feel kind of like, I don't know if I want to ask, or if I want to share again, or if I want to say that I'm going to help because I don't want to feel less than, right? It's the same thing that we go through as children when we're in school and we don't want to ask for help. So this whole loop is all because we have felt this separation, that we are not the divine, that we are not one with the divine, that we are not all connected, you, me, everyone connected. The person who's needing help and the one who is asking for help. Is this the same one? Is this the same one? Or the person who's asking if they can help you? That's what I meant. Right? So if you are in this place where you're feeling like no one can do it as good as me, I can do it by myself, and then also feeling resentful and angry and upset that no one helps me at the same time, you're creating that whole loop and you're doing too much for the little time that you have, and you're feeling really, really overwhelmed. And that keeps you so busy because then you have no time to meditate or to go within or to feel who is it that you are or what is it that you actually need and or want. You, what do you want? Not what do those people around me need, the ones who depend on me, like the children or the elderly or the people who are ill, or the people at your job. Not those people, but you. What is it that you want and what do you need? You don't get the chance to think about that, to feel about that because you're so busy getting everything done by yourself and not receiving the help. And it's because you feel that you're separate from the divine. If you feel separate from the divine, then you feel like you're this human that needs to get everything done, and that if you ask for help, then you are the burden, or you're the one who's not good enough, or you're the one who um has to prove to somebody. Sorry about that. It's my dog. I think he stopped barking. What was I saying? Okay, the ones that are feeling like if I don't do it, then no one else can do it. All of that part is part of the separation, and it's the belief that it's all about me. If I ask for help, I'm taking away from someone else. If I need help and I receive help from someone else, I am taking time, money, things, whatever it is that they're giving me, I'm taking it away from them. That's the empath part. That's the really false belief of why I can't ask for help or I'm not good enough. And again, listen to all of these sentences. They're all about me. And what you don't realize that it's not about you alone. It's about you and them. You, the one who needs help, and them who are wanting to help you. If they want to help you, because you're one, once you accept their help, it becomes this beautiful harmony of exchange of energies between you and them. Not only are you getting help, receiving help, but they are also being uplifted by your energy because you are letting them do something that makes them feel good about themselves. It's not all about you. It's about both of you. It's about everyone together because we're all connected. We're all one. So when you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to ask for help because I should be able to do it all by myself. Otherwise, I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody says, oh, come on, let me just help you. And you're like, okay, let me help you. Then that person goes into work mode and they're like so excited, and you can see their energy like rise, and it rises because why? Because someone accepted them. They accepted the offer. I offered to help, and someone said yes, and I'm like, wow, yes, I'm being seen. I'm being allowed to contribute. I am becoming part of this issue, this problem, this thing that you're going through. I feel closer to you because you're allowing me to help you. It's not just about you. It's about what you're doing for the person who's actually helping you. If the thought is, oh, then no one's going to do it as good as I, right? Same thing. It's ego, right? And then you allow someone to help you with that. And they start doing the thing, and you notice that it's not as good as you would have done it. And that's what you put in your energy and your attention to, then that person's going to feel it and they're going to feel like, oh gosh, I don't want to mess up. And then what's going to happen? They're going to mess up. Why? Because you're sending the energy of like, they can't do it or they're doing it wrong. You're going to create that. But if instead you go into gratitude, you start going into gratitude and you start feeling like, this may not be exactly how I do it, but it's getting done. And while that's getting done, I get to do something else. And I'm so grateful and thankful to have this help right now. And in that moment, that person receives that energy from you, the energy of being grateful. And when they receive gratefulness from you, what happens is that they don't mess up. They do a much better job than they would have done because they're so excited that you, again, let them in. You let them into your heart. You let them into your space, into your issue, your problem, your situation. You allow them to become a part of you. And together, your energies grow, expand, and shine so much more brighter and powerfully than either one of them could have done on their own. So this whole part of I'm not going to accept help from anyone is shutting yourself down and shutting everyone else off as well. Is creating a bigger, thicker barrier between you and everyone else when you're actually all one together, oneness. That's when, you've heard that the phrase, we can create so much more together than we could as one, like single, right? I don't know. I don't have that phrase exactly right now, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That's exactly it. And it goes with everything. So if you're the type of person who has been really having an issue, allowing yourself to receive help from anyone, and then begin with little things. And this could be very, very little things. For example, a compliment. How many of you are really bad at receiving a compliment? Someone says, "Oh my gosh, you look so great." Ah, no, I don't. Oh, I just got up. Oh, my hair's dirty. Or whatever it is, right? You tend to say something to put yourself down when someone is giving you a compliment and trying to lift you up. If somebody says, "Oh my gosh, I love your outfit." Oh, thank you. Right? Now that energy matches the first one. The first one is giving you the compliment. The second one, the gratefulness. Thank you. Matches the first one. Then you both create a bigger synergy of high frequency energy. When you put yourself down, then that person feels like, oh, where did that go? It's kind of like going down the slide on energy. Here I was all happy giving a compliment, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should give them a compliment next time because it didn't make me feel good, right? And it's not like it's about them or that they're giving you a compliment for them to feel good. They're giving you a compliment because they're being sincere and they want you to feel good. But when it's turned down, turned away, then we also feel that and our energy frequency goes down. But when it is matched with gratitude, then it remains there and we both begin to create a higher frequency. So we're both happier, right? And this is the last part about this. When you allow yourself to be helped in any way, right? So somebody gives you a compliment, somebody smiles at you, you give a kind word to someone at the grocery store, somebody holds the door for you, or you hold the door for someone else and they accept it, they say thank you, right? How many times have you held the door for someone and they just walk by and they don't even acknowledge you and you're like, you're welcome, right? And you're upset, right? Why? Why would you be upset? You're opening the door for them because you want to do something nice. It wasn't received with gratitude, wasn't even acknowledged, and then it made you upset. So that act of kindness that you were doing, of feeling good, holding the door for someone, when someone doesn't give you the gratitude, then you feel back down because like your good act didn't get received. Not that we're doing it to receive the good act. I'm just demonstrating here how our energy shifts up, goes up and down depending on how it is received. If we are allowed to do something for someone else, we continue to rise our frequency and then feel better together, because if I feel good because I did it and you feel good because I did it for you, then our energies combined together, it becomes stronger, right? And so now we're both elevated to the next level. If you don't take my act of kindness, then I feel down. And then the next person I see, I may not do it, or I may just continue to remain the same. You may not drag me down by not having been grateful for it, but I'm not going to go up. I'm going to remain the same or go down. Does that make sense? Okay. When we begin to take notice in all the places that we have said no to help, right? Anything, a compliment, a smile, someone holding the door, or actual help, like, hey, can I help you with, bring those boxes up? No, I'm okay, right? Whatever. When we begin to notice in all the places that we're saying no, notice and realize that you're saying no to receiving. You're receiving help, receiving kindness, receiving joy, receiving whatever it is that people want to give you. And that is also creating a barrier for more people to do that, but it's also creating a barrier for you to receive more abundance, more wealth, because everything is connected. We're all one, we're all the same. The frequency of money and abundance is a pretty high frequency, believe it or not. And money loves to be spent, and it loves to have fun, and it loves to be shared. And if you're struggling to receive money or create more wealth, it could be that it is part of you creating this barrier for you to receive, because receiving is receiving. You're receiving. See, if you're stopping the ability of people helping you and giving things to you, whether it's love, kindness, help, right? Physical help, doing things time-wise, right? Any of those things, when you're putting this barrier of like, I can do it myself, then you're also putting the barrier to receiving wealth, because when someone gives you a smile, when your frequency rises, when someone helps you carry something, when someone gives you something, like somebody that, let's say they bring a pie or some food, let's say there's someone ill at home and they're bringing you an extra meal, right, to help you with something. All of these things are part of your wealth. Everything is part of your wealth. May not look like money, cash, but it's part of the wealth. How rich you are is how much you allow yourself to receive. So begin to notice the parts where you are allowing yourself to receive, and then become more intentional in allowing yourself to receive all the good things, all the nice things people are trying to give you, and lift your frequency up to that of receiving for the greatest good of you and everyone connected to you, to receive things from the energy of love and light. And then you will see that also the money part is going to start coming towards you. The money, the abundance, if that's something that you're also looking for, which who isn't? But that is part of it. And we don't realize that it all begins with that part of being grateful for what we already have, for how people are helping us with different things and giving us things, whether it's time, money, a smile. Those are the things that begin to accumulate, raise your frequency, and you're telling the universe, yes, give me more of that. Yes, I am aligned with that. Yes, I'll take more of that. Thank you very much. And then see what other good things come up. Because again, it's not about just you receiving, but it's about them giving. Because we live in this world of duality. Everything has to have both sides. If you're needing something and I have it to give, then we become whole, we become closer, we become more in tune to the fact that we really are connected, that we really are one, that we really are better when we allow ourselves to be together and to help each other. All right, I hope that this lands well with you. Meant to record this earlier today, and I just didn't have the time. But I'm so grateful that I was able to do it now. Let me know in the comments how this landed for you. Let me know how it feels. If you have any stories where you're seeing like, aha, oh, I'm doing that, or I haven't done that, or I'm not good at receiving, or now I can see how less people are offering things because I have been a certain way or feeling or thinking that they can't do it as good as I or anything like that. Anything that I've said that resonated, let us know in the comments. Also, if you have any questions or any themes that you would like me to tune into and answer, write them down, and I will try to answer them on the next video that I do, because this question really did come through from a live that I did in my Facebook group. If you want to join my Facebook group, is Healing Through You, and you just request to join, and then you'll be in it. And I do live card readings there as well. All right. Have a great time tonight. Begin to notice where you are receiving or where you're not allowing yourself to receive as much, and begin to be very intentional in that. And remember, when someone is offering something to you sincerely, not the ones who are just saying it, like in passing, then begin to notice how your life begins to change and how your energy and their energy begins to feel brighter, lighter, more fun, more enjoyable because you let them into your heart. All right. With that, I'll let you go and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.